Hello beautiful, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bettina and I'm the makeup enthusiast. In today's video, I am sharing with you all of the 10 looks that I have created using the new BPerfect and Stacey Marie Carnival the Antidote Palette. I have done a whole whopping 10 looks using this palette, using a mixture of everything in here. So first of all, let's jump on into that, the 10 looks, and then I will share with you my thoughts on this palette and whether I think that it is worth it.
Let's go.
So there you have it. Those are the 10 looks that I created using this big, massive, ginormous palette right here. Let me know down in the comments box which one was your favorite. I would love to know. Now, my thoughts on this palette. Originally, when I saw this palette, I was not disappointed, but I just thought that there was a number of shades in here that probably could have been done away with to make it the same size as the last palette. These palettes keep getting bigger and bigger, and that is one thing that does upset me a little bit about it, just because it is so big and I just don't think it's necessary. I don't think it needs to be this big. However, in saying that, I did cave and I decided to pick this one up mainly because Glam Radar in Australia, one of BPerfect's stockists, had this available like the day that it was launched internationally. So I managed to get my hands on this basically like straight away. I got it within a couple of days of it being released, and that is one of the main reasons why I decided to pick it up. And I am extremely pleasantly surprised. I didn't think that I would enjoy this color story as much as I have, but I have had so much fun playing around with this palette. It is the same great formula as the first two palettes from BPerfect that I have in the Stacey Marie line. So I have the original Stacey Marie Carnival palette, and I have the third Stacey Marie Carnival palette, and now the fourth. So still the same amazing great formula that I have come to know and love from BPerfect. This color story is just really left of field compared to the original three palettes from the Stacey Marie line. The original three palettes are very colorful. They're almost like rainbow type-esque palettes, whereas this is going more down that neutral, kind of that sultry pinks and that grungy greens route, and I love it. I've never really been a massive fan of these kind of pinky tones, like these kind of lighter pale pinks. But I think when paired with like the mustards and the greens and the shimmers that are in here, they go really, really well. And like I said, I have been thoroughly enjoying this palette. I really, really am glad that I picked it up, because all of the looks I've created with this, I've loved just like playing with it. I've loved like grabbing out and playing with like cutting the crease again and all of that jazz. I've loved pairing the greens with the pinks. It's been super fun playing with this palette. It is, I think it's $78.95 from Glam Radar, so it is on the more expensive side of things, but granted, you do get, what is it, 45 shadows. I mean, it is more expensive, but you are getting a massive amount of shadows in this palette. The packaging, again, is always quite luxe from BPerfect. I personally think that if you, like me, were hoping that the retro palette that has just been released from Natasha Denona, the midi retro palette, was more in line with how the mini was with the greens and the pinks, and if you like that color story, being able to mix those like grungy greens with the mid-tone pinks, I think that this is a fantastic replacement for that palette. Rather than it being just solely pinks or purples, you do have that mixture of the greens, the grungy greens, and the pinks in there as well, and they pair really well together. So I think if you were hoping to get that color story from the midi retro palette from Natasha Denona, maybe pick this one up and give this one a go, because I think that you will get that color story, that expansion of the mini retro that you were hoping for in the larger retro from this palette. I am very happy that I picked this one up and I caved and added it to my collection, because this definitely does fill the gaps that is missing from the other three Carnival palettes, because those ones were very, very rainbow-esque, whereas this is more down that nude route. I'm so glad that I picked this one up. I'm so glad that I like went against my better judgment and caved and purchased this palette, because you know, it's the same great formula that BPerfect have. Let me know down in the comments box again, what was your favorite look out of the 10 looks, and whether you have picked this palette up and how you are getting on with it. While you're down there, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. This video did take me a mammoth effort, so the thumbs up would be muchly appreciated. If you did want to keep up to date on any of my future contents or palette reviews, anything like that, make sure you are subscribed down below, and there is also the option down there to join my membership if you did want extra perks. That's it for this video, beautiful. I hope that you're having an absolutely fantastic day. I hope that you are staying safe and healthy and looking after yourself, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye, beautiful.